Okay, are we better? Is this better? I think that there was actually a problem in OBS where I had two of the same microphone open. Um, but I muted all other channels, so that shouldn't be an issue. How is the audio? Also, I'm gonna delete the old one, so if you're watching this as a VOD, I had to restart the stream because the audio was skipping. Now we're testing it, and I'm waiting. I put it on normal latency instead of low latency. Still skipping. What? You're kidding. What is wrong? I didn't change, like, any of my settings. Now is it skipping? I literally just unplugged it and put it back in. You know, maybe it is the internet. Hang on. I'm gonna turn off my emulator. Maybe the problem is that I'm using too much of my computer. Hate my life. I was reloading the page and it... Hello. Okay. Maybe restart something. I don't know what I need to restart. I restarted the stream. Running anything in the background, maybe, yeah. Well, I have to, like, wait a certain amount of time. Before everyone says it's skipping. Well, gosh. I don't know how to fix this. I mean, like, first of all, I need to go to my channel and delete the old one. Because I'm probably just gonna start this over, like, a different day. Content, live. That's me right now. Can't do that one. Delete forever. Delete it permanently. Okay, some of you guys are saying that I should stay. So fine, I'll stay and I'll talk. It's getting hot. Wow. My computer sucks. No, my room sucks. It's not distracting. Whatever, let's continue. Okay, fine. Fine! You guys are okay with it. We'll just continue. We'll just keep going. Well, what was I talking about? Gone. Oh, wait, now there's... Yeah, there is no chat. Hang on. I gotta fix the chat now because the link is different. Whoop. View docs. Well, this is fun. Apply. Browser. Paste. Okay. There we go. Now I think it's proper. Pros and cons of living in Colorado. Population is growing there rapidly. Yeah, well, that's definitely a con. The population's growing rapidly. We have a lot of people from California and a lot of people from Texas coming over here. Nobody can drive. Oh my god, the quality of people who can drive has gone down horribly. Pros is that we have a government that actually agrees on doing things a lot of the time, so that's nice. You're gonna get fit. There's not a lot of things to do. So you go outside and you do stuff. So that's nice. I haven't seen any of Owl House. Oh, hello. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. What is going on? I haven't had a problem with streaming like this in 1,000 years. It froze. Whoa, really? It froze? Damn. Have you heard of Has-Been Hotel's new song, The Black Griffin uploaded? Nope. I don't know who that is. Do they make songs for it? The audio still is a bit broken. Have you seen the Shaman King collab in Cardfight Vanguard? I haven't. Hold, everyone, hold up. Where is it? Oh my god. Wait, yes. Shaman King collaboration with Card Fight. Oh my god. Hang on. Dude, yes! Never heard of... I'm reading some of the comments. I've never heard of this game. What? It's Card Fight. So anyway, how... Okay, yeah, I'm probably gonna get that. I'm gonna buy those. I have not seen the second season of Owl House. I've been busy trying to deal with reading all the Star Darling books, and that's taken up all my time. I haven't had time for anything. Nowadays, it's like I get up, I make coffee, I read, and then like halfway through the day, I'm like, I make lunch. Maybe I need to read more. Maybe I just take a nap because I'm tired. Then maybe I'll play video games, and then I go to bed. My skin's breaking. Exfoliate? You every do a get ready with me. No. It was buffering a couple of times for me. Audio is still skippy. Yeah, audio is still skippy. We know. We know. Black Ribbon is the voice of Alistair. I think oh, the Radio Demon. Oh. Yeah, still haven't seen it. Is there a particular episode of any cartoon that really scared you as a child and why? Well, I mean, basically all of Courage the Cowardly Dog, especially with the slab. I think that scared everyone. Do you know Xenoblade Chronicles? I definitely know it. It'd be hard not to know it now especially after they announced Super Smash Brothers. It's not Super Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers Ultimate DLC character. But yeah, I just ended the stream. What? You reloaded, it's back. Okay, cool. Why? Oh wow, even buffering on my preview. This is a thing. I know I should watch the second season of Owl House. You think I don't want to? I don't have time. I don't have time to do anything. A kitty was behind you. Oh yeah, that's Molly. She is terrible. She's awful. I hate her. She is the most antisocial cat you will ever meet. You keep going, ooh, kitty. No, don't touch her. Like, you just let her do her own thing. She's one of those cats where I'm like, I'll let her roam outside, and if she disappears forever, I'm fine with that. It froze. It's still frozen. Oh my god, it's frozen. What do you think about the recent news on Bakugan? Oh yeah, I don't care. I dropped Bakugan a while ago. Like, there was a certain point where I'm like, dang. They just really do not care, or two, they just really can't get it through the higher-ups' head that they need to do more of what we've been talking about. And they haven't. I got to a point where I'm like, you know what? It's not fun. I can't play with anyone. What's the point of getting all the stuff if I just can't play? So yeah. What's your favorite Final Fantasy game? 15. I haven't actually played as many Final Fantasy games as I wish I have. I tried playing the Final Fantasy IV, like, Steam edition. I got, like, 2 minutes into it, and I'm like, I hate it. And I stopped. And then, let's see, I played 15. I played the DS ones. The Echoes of Time and Rings of Fate. And those were my first ones. Echoes of Time was actually my first Final Fantasy game. I played a good amount of 6, but I'm starting to realize I think I just don't care for turn-based combat anymore. Now I think I just like regular real-time action kind of games. And I love the story for Final Fantasy, don't get me wrong, but I'm so sick of waiting. It's so slow. And especially at the very beginning, God, it's a slog, because it's just like, attack, 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 attack. There's no strategy, it's just attack, attack. Who's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh character? I mean, it's still Yugi. It's still Atem. Out of all the characters, I mean, like, just Kazuki Takahashi is just a good writer. Your new merch is dope. Which one? You talking about the ones on my Patreon? Because I make a bunch of stickers. And I'm honestly, I feel like I'm doing a good job with the stickers. But are you talking about the art prints? Are you talking about the art prints where it's like a limited time thing? What? Because I never check my Teespring anymore. I made a shirt on my Teespring that just says I'm vaccinated. That I was thinking of getting, like, just for me. Just so that I could show everyone without having to pull out my vaccination card. Just like, yes, I am vaccinated. You can read it. Read it upon my shirt. Oh no. Okay, here we go. Would you like a remake of Sonic Advance 2 for the Switch? I'd like a remake of most any Sonic game. I'd like Sega to just make more Sonic games. But I'd also like Sega to let them develop. I want Sega to like get more studios working on Sonic games so that it's like they have enough time to work on it and it is good and we get more. Why can't they do that? What is Sega doing? What is Sega currently working on? What sort of game? What other franchises are they working on that actually matters? Because I can't think of anything that Sega does. Maybe it's just me who just because I only care about Sonic, but did you watch She-Ra? I watched the first season. I did not go into the next season because I didn't like the first season. Everyone tells me it's better. But no. Hello, Blue Hush. How's your day been? It's been boring. Because I got up and I started reading. I mean, like, it's not really that I dislike the Star Darling books, but it's just like I've been reading every day. So, I'm tired. How does a non-binary person kill people? They slash them. Yeah, I heard that joke before. It's good. Will you please tell me your favorite colors? Purple! Actually, no, somebody asked me this on Discord. Technically, it's not purple. Like, my dislike colors are yellow and orange, unless it's Halloween. So really, my favorite colors are darkness. My dislike colors are happiness. And my liked colors is sparkle rainbow sunshine. Stuff like that, like moods. That's the kind of thing I go for with colors. It's the mood. I don't wear yellow or orange because it just doesn't fit me. Bayonetta 3! I don't like Bayonetta. I tried playing the first Bayonetta game. Dang. I could not get into it. I don't see the hype behind it. Maybe it's just, I mean, like, it's definitely me. I have a weird thing with the kind of games I play. Maybe I just don't want to think. Maybe I just don't want to actually bother putting effort into the games I play. But then again, I play Disgaea, which requires a lot of grinding, and also requires understanding your units. So, I don't know. My brain's just dumb. Any thoughts on Equestria Girls? Is there like a new Equestria Girls movie coming out or something? Oh, wait. Are they coming out with a series? Are they coming with another series of My Little Pony that's based on the Equestria Girls? Or are you just like really into Equestria Girls? So I thought we were past that. We're gonna make a video on Transformers Prime, maybe. I watched your old vids today, and wow, yeah, I have. That's the power of hormones. It's a great drug. Have you played Genshin Impact? No, I haven't, because I'm too busy playing Epic 7, because I've spent so much time with it already, and now I'm hooked. You just broke my heart. How? What did I do? Not playing Epic 7? Is that it? Did you ever play Jump Ultimate Stars? No. What? What is this? Hang on. Jump Ult where Yo and Yugi can fight? Hang on. It's for DS? Oh, I'm not sure I want to play it. Like, fighting games on handheld systems? Ew. That in itself, I'm just like, nah. Do you play Splatoon? Okay, I don't play Splatoon because I don't play online games. Because I have no friends who like playing games with me, okay? But in terms of the aesthetic of Splatoon, I love it. I have some Octodil, I have hang on. These are literally all the Amiibos that I own. I own these two. I own the Pop Idols. I wish I had the newer ones. Yes, my mic is choppy. We went through a whole thing. My mic is choppy. It's terrible. We don't know the problem. I restarted the stream. I don't know how to fix it, honestly. I've tried everything. I think OBS just hates me. Or maybe it's because I have like 1,000 tabs open because I'm constantly checking for Metroid. I have these, and I also have apparently it's rare, the Monster Hunter Stories amiibo, because I got it just because I thought it was cool. I got it just because it's a good design. Other than that, that's it. That's all the amiibos I have. I don't even use amiibos. Yeah, there's a new series of My Little Pony coming up, but it's so different. Okay. Hang on. MLP Equestria Girls. I'm looking this up. That's the movie. That 20... No, that's the movie 2020. Equestria Girls Forgotten Friendship? No, that came out in 2018. Okay, well, I don't... Are you sure? What are your thoughts on the immersive sim genre? I don't think I've played an immersive sim genre. Have you played Valorant? No. I hate... Okay. Valorant's a first-person shooter game, right? If I remember correctly. Maybe it's not? Yeah, it's a first-person shooter. So here's the thing. This is the thing, like, there was an argument I saw. I went to the Dreamcast guy's video about E3, and I commented, like Nintendo literally had to do the bare minimum, and they would have won E3. And some people are like, nah, man, Microsoft won E3. And I'm like, my issue with Microsoft conferences is always like, 90% of the games is like, another first-person shooter. Wow, another first-person shooter. Oh my gosh, it's another first-person shooter. And you know what they didn't announce? They didn't announce anything about Hellblade. I didn't get a Senua Sacrifice 2. So I'm like, wow, this sucks. I hate this. The only thing I saw from the Microsoft conference was, hey, there's this like vampire game. You don't know the gameplay, you don't know the kind of mechanics there are, but it looks cool. And I'm like, this is probably the first Bethesda game I will play. I hate all Bethesda games. I hate first person. I just hate first person so much. So when people were like replying like Microsoft though, I'm like, no, I hate like most every game Microsoft does. Who's your favorite character in the Owl House? Oh wow. Can I say Lumity? Can I just say both of them? No, it's Ida. It's Ida. I mean, I made a video on it, and I mean, like, the jokes about, like, I made some jokes around Ida, and, like, they aren't entirely false. Have you ever heard of Hyperdeptunia? Hyperdimension Neptunia or Disgaea? Yes, I love Disgaea. I don't think I can get into Hyperdimension Neptunia. I tried playing Tales of Berseria. God, I hated it so much. I mean, just like the beginning was not bad. It was a bit of a slog, but it's like too much story heavy. But I'm like, okay, I got past that. And then after like the big betrayal, she's like, angry revenge, and that's her entire character. I'm like, guys, I need something else. That can't be everything she talks about. I don't trust people. Yes, I got that. And I know the audio's messed up. My favorite Vocaloid, Megurine Luca. Do you play horror games? I don't. I'm horrified. I'm bad. I'm too scared. The thing is, like, the closest I got to really getting into horror games was Slender the 8 Pages when I played it, and it was free. And because it was like one of the only games I could play because I had a Mac back then. Never going back to that. And there was this one thing where I think I was on like page 7 of 8, and I was at the point where it's like Slenderman was like on my tail, annoyingly so, and I was running. I got to the fence, and I'm like, crud. Okay, you never do a 180. So I turned right. There was a tree. crud, turn left, there was a tree, crud, I have to do a 180. Do a 180, he's right there, and I freaked out so hard, I grabbed my dog, ran downstairs, and just stayed on the couch for like an hour. So, like, I get too immersed in things. That's the problem. Do you like ultimate games? Is that just too much reading for you? I try to get into, like, visual novel games, and, like, some visual novels I do like, but at a certain point, I'm just like, I'd rather just read a book. I don't care about, I like the feeling of accomplishing something. And with like, visual novels, they have so many different endings, I'm like, when am I going to be done? I wish games would do more of, like, just like a small $40 triple, like, it can be AAA if you want, but like smaller, shorter experiences for a shorter prices, less price, less money, words, English. Because with the Uncharted Lost Legacy, I loved that. That was perfect for me. I just want something easy, something quick and done. I'm reading all your questions. I'm also trying not to burp. How many books are in Ever After High? I have a few. There's about 15, if I remember right. Not including those weird, like, activity books. You ever watch Cardcaptor Sakura? I have tried reading the manga. I have the first hardcover. I can't get into it. And the weird thing is, like, it's by Clamp, right? And I'm reading Chobits, and I love it. Like, I know Clamp is great. But God, I hate Cardcaptor Sakura. I don't know why. I'm reading it and I'm like, this should be right up my alley. Why don't I like it? Metroid is great. Metroid is fantastic. Speaking of which, I'm going to refresh all my pages to see if any of the Amiibos went live. I'm doing this every day. Every day I'm refreshing so many tabs. I need the Amiibos. I'm not going to get burned like last time. I have disposable income now. I can get the Amiibos. What's your go-to wannabe happy movie? I don't rewatch movies. That may be surprising to some of you, but I don't. I don't reconsume media. I get bored too easy. Which is why, like, what I do for the channel is really great for me. Because it's like, okay, I want to consume something new, give my opinion on it, make something, create something, move on to the next thing. But with, like, video games, one and done. When it's movies, one and done. Every time. The only movie I've rewatched is Monster House and Tron Legacy. I think that's it. Other than that, I just don't care. Like, I get nothing out of rewatching a movie. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, I can watch it 1,000 times, and like, it's like watching it the first time, or like my brain is just happy watching it. I'm like, I get bored. I just get bored. I ever wish to be in the place of one of the characters. Of what? One of the any characters? There's so many people asking questions. It's scary. Yeah. Would you play Transformers? There's so many other games I'd play before I play a Transformers thing. Anything you're looking forward to? New video games, that's for sure. Being able to, like, well, you know, actually, I'm excited that I finally convinced some of my friends to go back to our local game store and play some board games, which I've been missing so much, just getting out of the house, going to a place where there are people, and doing something we all enjoy, because all of my friends are shut-ins, and they like to just stay at home in the dark and play video games. I'm like, guys, I need to go outside. Like, I am also introverted, but I'm not that introverted. I need to do something. DC or Marvel? DC better. Well, you answered your own question. Yeah, DC's better. And for comics, DC's better in every regard. For movies, Marvel is better in every regard. Even the animated movies, I don't get why there's, like, so much hype around the animated DC movies. Because I watch them, I'm like, there's, like, one or two that's good. The rest are just meh. I haven't watched Wish Dragon yet. My mic is acting up. We know. I can't. I don't know how to fix it. I tried refreshing the stream. Didn't work. Favorite character in Steven Universe? I stopped watching Steven Universe around the time they introduced the other diamonds. Have you ever played the board game version of Jumanji? No, I haven't. I got Arcadia Quest. I plan to bring that. That's tomorrow, actually. I plan to bring that to our local game store and see if I can get everyone to play. Pick a character you'd cosplay as an anime or comic convention. I mean, cosplay is expensive. I'd want someone that's easy to cosplay, something that doesn't take a lot of effort. Like, probably, like... Crud, I don't know. I think it'd be... Oh, wait, no, I'd probably just choose, Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. Because I have the earrings already, and I already have, like, the checker pattern, like, kimono thing. So, like, I'm most of the way there. My mic is weird. Yes, we know. I'm going to have to repeat that 1,000 times. Do you like Danganronpa? So, my girlfriend actually, like, watched the anime, and I'm like, hey, have you heard of Game Grumps? She's like, no. And I'm like, did you know they're playing Danganronpa right now? And I haven't actually watched any of it. So we started watching it together because she hadn't played the games. I hadn't actually been introduced to it at all. I knew about it, but I haven't consumed any of it. And so we just started watching it together, and I'm like, okay, you know what? This is kind of cool. And now with Nintendo releasing like a bundle, like all of them digitally, I'm like, okay, we're probably gonna play this together. What's your favorite animated movie and why? Honestly, Dragon Ball Super Broly. There was a period of time, I think in like 2018, 2019 or something, when I was like, you know what? I want to get really into like getting anime DVDs. Specifically movies, because I don't want to get like the $50 like bundle deal stuff. This is like too much. But with movies, I was like, one, Dark Side of Dimensions for Yu-Gi-Oh! Absolutely amazing. I saw that in theaters. I loved it so much. But then there was two that people were talking about, and there was My Hero Academia, I think it was 2 Heroes, and there was Dragon Ball Super Broly. And I never cared about Dragon Ball. So I got both of them, because I'm like, fine, whatever. I'm here, they're both here, bought both of them. Went back home, watched My Hero Academia 2 Heroes, and I'm like, wow, this kind of sucked. Like, it was okay, but, I expected more. And the next day I'm like, fine, I guess I'll be disappointed by Dragon Ball 2. Oh my god, it was so hype! It was so intense! I could feel like my blood rushing. I wanted to go and run a mile. It was so awesome. And it was so pretty. And like, I didn't expect it to be such a well-crafted movie in itself. It's not just fighting. It's just like, half the movie's like, hey, here's the setup. Here's everything you need to know. If you're new to it, here's the context. Cool. Here's the characters that you're going to be rooting for. Here's the character that, like, is the bad guy, but isn't really the bad guy because he's also just, like, being used. So, like, you don't know who to really root for. And now for the other half of the movie, here's that epic battle you've been wanting. And I'm like, that was such a good idea. It's so great. So every time someone asks, hey, what anime movie should you watch? I always recommend Dragon Ball Super Broly. Like, and they always give me that look because they think it's like the same thing that I'm thinking, like, oh, you mean just shouting and fighting? And I'm like, don't get me wrong, like, fighting, yeah, cool, but like, it's not the whole movie. It's a proper movie. Favorite Nintendo console? That is a good question. I played a lot of 3DS. I played so much 3DS. I have so many good memories with 3DS. I think I'm gonna say that. I like handheld consoles. Yes, I know Owl House Season 2. I haven't been able to watch it. I also haven't been able to watch any of the new Shaman King because, well, I don't have time. I'm trying to make videos. And then when I'm not making videos, I'm trying to de-stress from making videos. Favorite anime genres? Well, shonen is always going to be up there. I do like slice of life a lot. Whatever genre Violet Evergarden is, that one also. That is my favorite anime. You ever watch the new Disney movie, Luca? No, I haven't. I saw Raya, and I was incredibly disappointed in it. So, that's a thing. So after seeing that, I'm not sure I want to go see Luca. I need to go see Onward, or at least not go see. I need to just see Onward. I'm behind on movies. I'm behind on everything I want to consume. You ever played Tomodachi Life? No, I haven't. Do you like Future Trunks? I don't know. Guys, I've watched literally the movie and a little bit of some Dragon Ball when Furikuri alternative / progressive, whichever one was coming first. Whenever that was on Toonami, and it's like, here's Dragon Ball first. I'm like, fine, I guess I'll watch this. That's all I've consumed. I don't plan to jump into Dragon Ball. Do you wish Chaotic continued? Man, with more and more people asking, I'm not sure I do. Maybe I like... The Chaotic fans keep asking me the exact same thing over and over again. And it's like when my Slugterra video got big. I'm like, hey, I don't know a place I can watch this without getting viruses. And now anytime that video blows up, I like, oh, great, I have a whole bunch more DMs of like, here's this awful website full of viruses. I'm like, thanks, you're useless. Like, I honestly regret making the Slugterra video because it's so annoying. But I mean, like, I gotta deal with that, and I get it. Like with Owl House, it's like, yeah, okay, cool. Like, I love Owl House. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people are telling me, like, I'm glad you guys are telling me, but I know, like, I'm not behind on any of this. It's very rare when I'm behind on something. But with Slugterra, it's like I can't get away from it. There's always going to be someone. Cause I got like, oh, what freaking Kiss anime? I got adware all the time when I tried using that. I freaking hate it. And so many people are still recommending me the exact same websites that of course I know how to access. It's not like I don't know how to type into Google how to watch Slugterra for free and then you get the streaming websites. It's not hard. But there's still people who think, oh, this person doesn't have fingers. Here, I'll do it for them. Like, freaking, So yeah, oh yeah, also the hat has a bow. I don't know if you guys noticed. I wish Tron Uprising would have continued. Oh, don't we all? Is there a character that you identify with? I can hear you! Okay. That was my grandma. You guys didn't hear a single word she said, but I did. I feel like there's a lot of characters I identify with, but... I mean, probably Astolfo. I legitimately really like Astolfo. Did you try cartoon dub? I swear to God. Like, even just mentioning it, they're like, don't recommend me any sites. I know all the sites. I know where to watch it. I got it. Stop. That's all I'm asking. If you enjoy both RPGs and rhythm games, I suggest playing Taiko no Tatsujin rhythmic adventure games. Is that the drum guy? Have you ever watched? No, I haven't watched Glitch Text yet. Anyone else getting crackling audio? Yes, the audio sucks. What did your grandma say? She's just talking about me getting loud because I project my voice, and that's why I try to stream when nobody's home. So that I don't annoy them. But yeah, I have to stream at. I try to find a sweet zone in between later in the day, like midday late. I'm streaming at like 2 p.m. I start streaming. Try to finish up at 4 before people are supposed to come home. I think someone just came home. And that's a problem. The drum characters, yeah, I played a little bit. Did you steal? Once I stole fake gems from a hair salon. Neat. I stole the key to the school. Do you have a favorite VTuber? Mori Kariope. I don't watch a lot of streams. This live is so chill, to be honest. After I went on a whole rant about Slugterra, okay. It's 2:30 a.m. here. Why? Why are you watching? I mean, like, thank you. But why are you watching the stream? Oh, wait, do you have like insomnia or something? There's a lot of people who just are like, "Hi, I'm here. It's the dead of night. I can't sleep. This is the best alternative to just being alone with my thoughts." Ha. It's annoying when you find a website you can watch your shows for free. It's full of viruses, and your only option to stay virus free is to buy the show to watch it. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. That's it. Have you watched Berserk? Ew. Why would I watch Berserk when I can read it? Disgusting. What, you watch anime? Ugh. Get on my level. I just read the most popular ones coming out. Rip Miura-san. I love your hat. Thank you so much. Never heard of Duncanville. Is this entire stream, like, that's the problem with, like, whenever I do a tea time. So many of you guys are just like, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you watched this? Have you seen that? I'm like, give me a would you rather. Like, give me something to add, like, that's actually something to, like, talk about. Because with so many of these, like, have you seen this show? It's like, yes or no. Most likely it's no. If it's a yes, maybe I'll have an opinion on it, and then I'll talk for as long as I possibly can, just so that there's something to talk about. Other than that, oh my god, the answer is no. Nice to see that Naked Legend has fallen down the VTuber rabbit hole. I watch Mori and a little bit of Coco, and that's it. I don't even, like, click on Coco's videos, and, like, I'm so upset, like, with all the drama behind Coco. God, that was messed up. Like, the, what was it? Hololive is, like, kind of forcing her to quit. It's not of her own volition, I've heard. It's weird. It's sad. Would you rather breathe water or drink fire? Do you mean breathe, like, constantly breathe water, or have the ability to breathe underwater? Because if I could just drink fire, like, that'd be easy. I could just get me a nice healthy cup of lava, drink. But if I have to breathe water, like I can't breathe air anymore, that's a problem. Would you consider to review some Iranian animated movies? I want to branch out. Mostly, like, my issue is that I just want to make more videos a month. Have you ever seen Dragon Rider? I haven't. I have not. Would you rather work for Disney as an animator or Pixar as an animator? I think Pixar would probably be a more chill environment, because I'm not a Disney fanatic. I don't know what the work environments are. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter, like, which one I respect more. It's really just, what is the environment? It doesn't matter which company I work for, so long as it's not terrible. I could be working for the dream company. If it's an awful company to work there, I don't want to work there. Are you trans? So the thing with non-binary is that it's actually, like, closely associated with trans, because, like, there's still people who, like, choose to do HRT. So I think, like, depending on how you conceptualize transgender, because, like, there's some people, because, like, I heard the bar for being transgender is way lower than people think it is. So I think technically, yes. But I also think it's technically no. Which is why I stuck with non-binary, because I'm like, I'm not sure I want to fully transition. What's your favorite Pokemon? Delphox. How's your day been? Boring. I'm reading Star Darlings. That's all I'm doing. I'm excited that it's Friday because I discipline myself to not work on the weekends. I used to have that problem so much. Now I stopped working on the weekends, and it's like, I can actually do things. At Disney, whatever you come up with during work hours is theirs. Yes, that is a thing. And there is a big thing with Disney animators who, like, are the creators of shows. They will they'll create hardcore porn of all the characters, and Disney has to keep all of it and store it away, especially underage characters, because they're like, haha, now you own something that's possibly illegal. Screw you. Because it just pisses them off so much. I think it was very notable with the creator of Kim Possible, and he did it just to get back at Disney for that specific thing. What about gender fluid? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I am. I mean, if you haven't seen some of my posts on Twitter. Yeah. What year were you born in? There is a frequently asked questions down below in the description below if you want to check out, if you want to read it first before asking a question. Are you a fan of Shin Megami Tensei? No, I am not. I've never played a Shin Megami Tensei game. Sorry. Dream Superpower and why? Crap, what's it called? I know what it's called. Hang on. I know what it is. Polymorphism. Being able to transform into whatever I want. Man, dysphoria would be a lot easier if I had that. Have you seen the Smash Brothers DLC? Of course I have. And I was shocked. I don't care about Tekken, but I'm like, okay. What's weird is that, like, I heard someone on Twitter be like, yes, Tekken feels appropriate for Smash. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. Honestly, a lot of the DLC characters don't feel appropriate for Smash. Like, they don't feel like they belong. Honestly, when I saw Ryu, I'm like, that's weird. I'm not complaining. I think it's great that they're doing it. I want them to shove as many, like, weird characters as they can in there. But it's still just, like, it doesn't look like it fits. They're not from the same world. Do you like horror? I freaking love horror. I plan to go see The Conjuring soon. Which Yu-Gi-Oh series is your favorite? The original. Kazuki Takahashi is still the best author for Yu-Gi-Oh. What do you think of the Nintendo E3 Direct? I thought it was great. You missed the ramble I talked about comparing the Nintendo E3 versus the Microsoft E3 and how in Microsoft people think Microsoft won, and I'm like, it's all first-person shooters. When Nintendo is like, hey, games you actually like. And so for me, Nintendo won hands down. Because I hate first person. Cool nails, thank you. If you were to become deaf in 3 minutes, what would be the last sound you'd want to hear? Dang, that got deep. I don't know. Probably something really affirming. Maybe one of my favorite songs. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I have a good answer for that. That's a good question. Opinion on Genshin Impact because it's similar to Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild doesn't own the mechanics that it is. I want if Breath of the Wild's if Breath of the Wild's structure of gameplay is good, more games should copy it. Like, that's the whole point of games. It's to just innovate and build off of what's made and what's good. People got so upset when it's like, it's like Breath of the Wild. That's not a bad thing. That's a really good thing. So I hate when people are like, it's just a Breath of the Wild clone. So? Like, yeah, people got kind of upset when, Dark Souls was getting, like, ripped off 1,000 times, but it also led to people innovating on the Dark Souls, formula. So, like, it's not a bad thing. Do you listen to rock and metal? That is my favorite genres. I listen to a lot of post-hardcore now. Self-medicated by Until I Wake is really what I'm jamming to right now. I'm also listening to a lot of trap metal, and I listen to a lot of rap. I kind of like switching between like trap metal, rap, rock, post-hardcore, trap metal, rap, post-hardcore, and I just kind of have a cycle. Do you have any mangaka whose art style you really love? For me, it's Tanemura Arina. I mean, there is Inio Asano, who is always good, but in terms of like which one I love, I mean, like the creator of Saji's Monster's Appetite is great. Crud, I used to know that. I used to know the name. I don't know. The problem is that there's so many mangaka whose art styles are all amazing. It's also hard to beat Kentaro Miura because so many of the panels you can just like put it on a poster and frame it. If you could get rid of one gimmick in Yu-Gi-Oh, which would it be? Making a broken card and then waiting like 6 to 12 months before you ban it or limit it, and making a card cost like $90 That's what I would stop. I liked the philosophy in Magic where and what, Richard Garfield, was it Richard Garfield? The creator of Magic thought no trading card should be more than $20. And dang, no one's following. Oh, Pokemon's kind of following that. Pokemon does a pretty good job at making sure the cost of trading cards aren't ridiculously high. And even if they are ridiculously high, there's other versions of it that are cheaper, so you can still play. But freaking Yu-Gi-Oh! I freaking hate that. What would you choose as your last meal? Whew. I mean, you can't go wrong with a good chicken tenders with honey mustard. You know? Chicken tendies is always popping. But my problem is that right now my taste buds are actually changing. Like, there's so many, because, like, I've been eating, like, so healthy. Like, now when I try to eat something, I'm like, wow, this doesn't taste as good. It's probably because, like, now I taste all the fake stuff in it. Like, I tried having Burger King for, you know, because their post of, like, on Twitter of, like, hey, screw Chick-fil-A, we're actually going to donate to LGBT stuff. And I'm like, cool, you got my business, and I'm eating it. I'm like, there's something off about it. I'm pretty sure it's just because I can taste the over-processed parts of it now. Probably pineapple curry. Probably choose that for my last meal. Finally unlocked the Polaroid and Binding of Isaac. Never played Binding of Isaac. Why is it making a static noise? If I knew, I would stop it. Favorite anime and manga? You can go into the description down below and read the FAQ. When did you find out that you're attracted to men and women? I never said I was bisexual. Non-binary and bisexual are two different things. Kingdom Hearts is how history works in a nutshell. No. What? The Charizard card? Oh, come on. We're talking about meta. We're talking about the meta right now. We're not talking about the really old stuff. We're not talking about the collectible stuff. Did you ever see the teaser for the adaptation of Junji Ito's Uzumaki? I did. I'd rather just read... Well, I haven't seen the trailer. I'd rather just read Uzumaki. Like, my answer of like, hey, what's your thoughts? I'm like, it exists. I might read it. I might not watch it and instead consume the original source. Because that's all I do. Eat your veggies and drink some tea. Yes. Eat your veggies and drink some water. Man, I started having water with my meals instead of anything else. And it helps so much. I'm not bloated anymore. Crush 40 or Zebra Head? Crush 40. Yep, started cutting sugar a while ago. Eating sugary stuff now makes me kind of sick. Yeah. Once you start, like, getting past the, like, once you are no longer accustomed to hyper-processed foods, going back to it makes you sick. History is confusing for some people. Yes, but, like, come on, Kingdom Hearts is way more confusing. At least with history, there's like, hey, there's a cause and effect. It's like, yes, it's complicated, but it makes sense. With Kingdom Hearts, it's so nebulous most of the time. Ever played Kid Icarus Uprising? I did. My hands hurt. I want them to port it to Switch. Skyward Sword? I have not. I plan to get the port for Switch. Sonic Colors? I did. I thought it was overhyped, but I'm okay with them remastering it. I'm probably gonna get it. What are you attracted to? I have a girlfriend. I think the proper thing to say is like femininity, because like how do I word this in a way that is appropriate? I don't really care what someone is what someone is born as. I care mostly about if they're feminine. So like the concept of like femboys is really appealing to me also, as well as girls. Audio seems messed up. Yes, it is. I don't know how to fix it. Any writing advice for people getting into writing? Make it just a habit. Like, people have the problem of just like doing it, and that's the problem. It doesn't matter what you write. You just need to actually write it. So like make it like if you can't like do it, like set aside a day, a specific time of a day in the week to just write. That's all you do. It's like, getting into exercising. It's a habit you need to form. Writing is a habit you need to form. What do you think about webtoons? I haven't read any, but I do respect that it's becoming a more widely recognized form of reading, of published works to consume, because I never, comics are comics. It shouldn't matter, what platform they're on. It should matter of the quality of the story. I missed a question. Hang on. Would you rather watch one season of an average series or 10 seasons of a great series that gets good after 3 seasons? I'm probably not going to be able to get through the first 3 seasons, so I'd probably just one season of an average series, because then I can make a video on it and move on to the next thing. Do you have a favorite flavor of tea besides Irish breakfast? Not English breakfast. Jasmine with 2 teaspoons of sugar. It's got to be sweet, but God, I love jasmine. Negative Legends. Don't you think Legend of Zelda is way more confusing than Kingdom Hearts? No. Not in the slightest. If you really get confused, multiple timelines is not a new thing. I read comic books. You want to talk about multiple timelines, you read comic books. I hear Zelda's multiple timelines. I'm like, okay, no problem. More importantly, you don't need to understand all the multiple timelines to play a Zelda game. With Kingdom Hearts, you drop into the middle of Kingdom Hearts, you're going to be lost. Because you need to understand the story. That's the problem with Kingdom Hearts. Quality or quantity? Always depends. Money? Quality. I mean quantity, not quality. No, quantity. With food, quality. Unless I'm starving. In that case, it's quantity. Do you play Roblox? I do not. I like Minecraft. Fanboys, so Futanari too. Well, yeah, there's the problem with the difference between Fanboy and Futanari is that depends on what they identify as. Because I'm pretty sure with Futanari, it's they are supposed to be girls. And I think that there's magic involved, now they got that thing. The thing. I love Thai tea. Oh, that's also good. We all know Kirby lore is the hardest to get. What is he? Kirby is friend. He is friend-shaped. We all know what he is. He's Kirby. Do you think a non-Japanese person can become a mangaka in Japan? It'd be hard. It'd be really hard, because I'm pretty sure, Japan's a very ethnocentric country. And, it's really going to depend on what ethnicity you are. Especially since, if you're black, you have, a way harder disadvantage than if you were white. Because they're just not exposed to people who are black. So if you're trying to break into that market while being a foreigner, because they already have that problem of there's a lot of them that are just xenophobic. Playing your cards right is going to be really important. And more importantly, learning the business side of Japan, because that's a whole other beast. That's a thing. Do you play The Sims? No. Are you a Mario fan or a Sonic the Hedgehog fan? I like Sonic. I don't care about Mario. I don't dislike Mario, but I just don't get into the games. If someone's playing Mario Kart or playing Super Mario or playing Mario Party or a Mario game, I'm like, sure, I'll play. But I'm not going to buy a Mario game. You know One Piece? One Piece? What is this thing called the One Piece? I've never heard of One Piece before in my life. Do you like He-Man? Oh, the 2002 one. Oh, I haven't actually watched it. It looks neat, but I never really was interested in He-Man. Looking good in the hat. Oh, thank you. No, I'm not playing Genshin Impact. I'm not getting into another gacha game. I already have one. I know my mic sounds weird. I don't know how to fix it. It's an anime? One Piece is an anime? How long is One Piece? I hope it's not too long. Favorite decade? You mean What? What's my favorite decade? The one that is of multiples of 10. Have I watched Full Metal Alchemist? Yes, I have. Learning the business culture and language would help, I guess. Yeah, it would help a whole lot. Like, it's not even a help. It's a requirement. What's an anime book I should watch this summer? One with a pretty cover. Because that's going to get boring real quick if you're just going to stare at a book all summer. Has there been a plot twist in anything that really has made you think, oh damn? I'm sure there's plenty, but at this point in time, I can't think of any because I don't have that just like prepared. The problem is that after consuming so many shows that there's not a lot that really surprises me anymore. After watching so many shows, I get to a point to where I'm like, yeah, I have a good idea of what's going to happen. I've seen it 1,000 times. I was talking with my dad about Godzilla versus King Kong, and he's like, oh man, I think they're going to introduce Mecha Godzilla. And it's like, I'm like, okay, yeah, probably. And he's like, I don't wonder who's going to win. And I'm like, neither of them. That's the point. I'm 90% sure there's going to be a tertiary threat, and they're going to have to team up to fight it. And guess what happened? There was a tertiary threat, which was Mechagodzilla, surprisingly. I mean, he got that right. But I'm the one who's like, yeah, I got like 90% of the plot done. Final Fantasy X. I tried playing it. Okay, so here's the thing I hate when people recommend Final Fantasy X. Because there's this philosophy that like you recommend Final Fantasy X to people who haven't played Final Fantasy before. Because it's supposed to be in the middle. It's supposed to be like an okay Final Fantasy. That's the wrong mindset. You want them to be hooked. You want them to be hooked straight from the get-go. Recommending them a lukewarm Final Fantasy is a bad idea. Recommend them a good one. Even if like afterward they're like, yeah, nothing can beat that. That's fine. Usually anyway, the first one you play is always going to be your favorite. You can't get around that. So what you do is you just give them one you know they're going to love. People are like, I'm not sure I don't like classic RPGs. I'm like, fine, play Final Fantasy 15. Open world, real-time action. Not the best story, but it's good enough. But it's fun. And the characters, God, the characters are so great. And there's two games that made me cry. There's Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2 and Final Fantasy 15 at the very end post-credit scene. Like, the characters are that good. Any opinions on My Hero Academia? Could be better. Still liking it. Still better than Black Clover. Everything is better than Black Clover. God, I freaking hate Black Clover. I'm a black person, and you're saying it'll be harder for me to become a mangaka. Yeah. Like, Japan is xenophobic. I mean, like, it's a thing where the reason why there aren't as many movies with black leads is because it's harder to sell in China and like the Eastern Asian countries. They have a certain level of xenophobia. And so in terms of like, if you want to like succeed business-wise, it will be harder for you. Your introduction to Final Fantasy was the movie. Which one? What? There's a few of them. Advent Children? That was my introduction. Oh yeah, that was my introduction. Oh my god, wait, that was my introduction. I forgot about that. Anyway, but like there's another one that sucked. And Kingsglaive was, I honestly thought it was kind of nice. I didn't think it was great, but yeah. Every time I watch the end of a movie, I cry. Why? If you could only watch one show for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? At that point, it would be One Piece. I haven't watched any of it, and it doesn't end. What are your favorite Vocaloids and or songs? Favorite Vocaloids, still Megurina Luca. It's been so long since I've listened to Vocaloid songs. I don't remember the names. So I don't know. Todoroki or Bakugo? Todoroki. I think Bakugo's a more fun character, but in terms of who I like to read about, Todoroki. What about Karate Kid? What about Karate Kid? They got 2 movies. I mean, like, if I want to listen to Fort Minor, I'll just listen to the song instead of watching Karate Kid. Asta Screams from Black Clover haunts my nightmares. Yes. Yeah, honestly, I wasn't really upset about the voice actor. I just hate the story. It doesn't get good until like volume 16 or 18. It's that bad. Like nothing happens that actually is meaningful for 16 volumes. Do you like any Sega games? Sonic. It'll end in another 20 to 30 volumes. Yeah, I'm sure he's been saying that for a while now. I don't believe him. What was the anime that made you cry? Violet Evergarden. It's, like, really, anything that makes me cry immediately becomes one of my favorite medias. An anime that makes me cry? One of my favorites. A video game that makes me cry? I'm gonna recommend it to everyone. Karate Kid is black, and it's in China. Yeah, the setting is in China. You gotta, like, I'm talking about, like, the sales of that movie, the sales of the tickets in China, which I don't actually know what the sales are, but I'm just saying, like, it's a general thing. Like, there's always gonna be exceptions to the rule. Like, yes, it's possible. I'm just saying it's harder. I've just watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters and 5D, so when should I watch Dark Side of Dimensions? Really? You can, like, Dark Side of Dimensions takes place, like, right after the ending of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. You don't need to watch any other series. You're there. Just watch it. Will you ever read One Piece and give it a chance? Hell no. No. Never. I'm already reading Seraph of the End. That's already like any series that's like over 30 volumes, I'm staying away from. And already I'm having trouble getting into like reading like staying away from series that are 30-ish volumes. What's your preferred anime genre? I think it's still shonen just because I like fights. I like that Sakuga. The one that did have three brothers looking for someone called Mother. Which Final Fantasy? That... Three brothers? I'm pretty sure that's Advent Children. Ever watch Ready Player One, Detective Pikachu, and Sonic the Hedgehog 2020? I have watched all of them. Sonic the Hedgehog was the meme movie. But I watched it just because I like Sonic. Do you like Cartoon Network? Yes. I grew up with Cartoon Network. People talk about how you're either a Disney fan, Nickelodeon fan, or Cartoon Network fan. Or child. Sorry, kid. Disney kid, Cartoon Network kid, or Nickelodeon kid. I'm a Cartoon Network kid. I watched all three of them, but I was mostly on Cartoon Network. I have watched the first episode of One Piece. The beginning of One Piece is boring. I dare you to make a Lumini comic. My ability to draw has dwindled. I don't practice anymore. I'd rather not. I don't want to. Why would... No. I'll gladly lose that dare. I don't want to. I have better things to do. Ayo, this channel becoming a chaotic channel when it comes back. Probably not, actually. Just because, like, I don't like card games anymore. I don't like my money being sunk into something that never gives something back. Does anyone remember Jetix? Yes. Yes, we do. Everyone remembers. Can you review Amphibia? Maybe. What do you think of Ready Player One? Player number one. What do you think of player number one? I don't know. I'm a Cartoon Network kid too. Did you watch? No. Trece? I don't know how to pronounce that. Class of 3000. I forgot about that show. I was actually thinking about doing a video on that a while ago. I liked that show. Why did it stop? There was like a big controversial reason why it stopped, I heard. What are some things that future kids missed out from your childhood? I don't know. Like, technology is just better. They're gonna miss out on dial-up. I had to deal with that a little bit. They're gonna miss out on... No, they actually have mobile. They have mobile games. Like, I was thinking about, like, handheld consoles, but, like, they technically have that. And it's a lot easier to get games for it. I don't know, like... Kids got it good. Especially, like, compared to millennials. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, life just sucked for them. Gen Z has it, like, a little bit better. Have you seen Ed, Edd n Eddy? No. What is this Ed, Edd n Eddy you speak of? It's not like it's one of the most popular shows on Cartoon Network. In your opinion, what's the best magical girl show? I'm not the person to ask that, actually. Because, like, I couldn't get into Madoka Magica. Like, you'd think I'd be able to get into it. No. You're gonna do more tea times. Most likely. I mean, like, when I don't want to play a game, and I just want to talk and catch up with you guys, yeah. Honestly, I wasn't feeling like streaming, but I decided I should. Sega Genesis or Nintendo Switch? Nintendo Switch. It has better games. I have not watched Blood Sea. Cassettes? Laserdiscs. That's not a question. Are you asking cassettes or laserdiscs? I like cassettes, but they're still really annoying. What gen are you? Man, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm in the screw zone. I was born in 97. That's like right in between Gen Z and millennial. And like, I get a little bit of both worlds. Like, I heard like I relate to a lot of things that millennials go through. And, like, I see memes of, like, Gen Z stuff that they go through. And I'm like, yeah, I also relate with that. So, like, I don't know. And the cutoff point for what is Gen Z versus what is millennial is heavily debated, and there's no solid answer. So, like, you can pick a date and live with that, but not everyone's going to go by that date. Did you just go to the beach with your sister? No. I live in Colorado. You think there's a beach? Do you think a good story will be read no matter what countries it's from? I'd like to think so. Usually the answer is yes, but it can be difficult. Because if we're talking about reading specifically, most likely, just because with books, it's a lot more universal. But if we're talking about movies, like there's a lot of really great foreign movies that nobody wants to watch because they don't like subtitles. Do you think a good story will be read no matter... You asked that twice. Okay. You're the best of both worlds. Sure. Let's go with that. What's the creepiest creepypasta urban legend you've heard of? Okay, the one that screwed me over was symmetry. That one guy who's just so obsessed with symmetry to where he has to, like, make everything in his home symmetrical. And to the point where he was obsessed with making himself symmetrical. And he had dichromatic eyes, and it ruined him. And he took out one of his eyes. And he's like, yes, I'm better now. Oh, wait. And I'm like, okay, yeah, how did you not think of that? Obviously, you wouldn't be symmetrical then. But then he took out the other eye, and he's like, I'm happy now. And I'm like, okay, I'm a little scared. That one really screwed me up. You're a fashion... Okay, Laura, thank you very much. Is it Lara or Laura? So I pronounce it. I always pronounce it Lara, like Lara Croft. I actually pissed off one person because her name was Laura, and I pronounced it Lara. You're a fashion icon, absolutely. Thank you for the super. You're a fashion icon, absolutely amazing. I could never have the guts. I really love your content as well. Judging you about One Piece, though, come on, that is not an uncommon thing. Like, no one, like, I have no doubt it gets good. I have no doubt reading it would be fun, but it's just too much. There's a point where you just stop. Gen Zillennial. I hate that term, but yes, that's technically me. Reading, what's that? LMAO-XD. Your hair looks amazing. Thank you very much. I work very hard on it. I conditioned it just today. I have a question. How is the Japanese business market? I have no idea. Like it's difficult to get an idea when you're an outsider, not living there. Which SCP do you like? There's a lot of good ones, man. Really? The Dear God one? Really, just the article about that is really good. I forget which number it is. I know that legend for me. It's Kisaragi Station. Freak me the heck out. I don't know if I know that one. What happened to Polly Pocket? Maybe. Fun fact, I tried to do surgery on my brother's bike and keep stabbing myself by accident. Okay. Did it make a full recovery? What's your favorite emoji and or phrases? Right now, the emoji I do is the wink kiss with the heart going out. Because I send that to my girlfriend all the time. You pronounced it correctly, but I'm Belgian. So it could be different for different countries. Oh, it definitely is. Do you have HBO Max? I think so. Yes. Yes. More importantly, it's like $15. It's not hard to get. Okay. I'm ending the stream in 10 minutes. Because I need to walk my dog if it doesn't start storming. It looks like it's actually probably going to start storming. Yes, I'm okay now. Also, hang on, what is 10 minutes? Okay. We have 10 minutes left. Localization can be tricky. I mean, I heard they'd be making an American remake of Train to Busan. And, ugh, I'm conflicted. Yeah, localization's always hard. Especially in, like, Kimi no Nawa, where, I watched the dub, and there was a section of it that was, the person said something, and like it was the girl in the guy's body hanging out with the guy's friends, and he said something that was feminine, and they went, "What'd you say?" And she had to repeat herself in a masculine tone, but we don't have that in English, so getting that across is basically impossible. But I know about that, so I got the joke. Angelica, thank you for the super. I just love your reviews and the ideas you share that are similar to mine. I love your fashion style too. Thank you very much. I'm so glad people like appreciate the effort I put into the fashion and like the outfits I do for every video, because like I put a lot of effort into that. Stay safe and dry out there. Do you read a lot of indie comics? I don't anymore. I used to read quite a few of them, but not anymore. Would you rather live in the K&D treehouse or the Adventure Time treehouse? K&D treehouse. They have modern technology. Thoughts on mermaiding? I think it's neat. I mean, I'm very neutral to it. I don't think it's anything bad. I mean, like, it just looks like people... It's like LARPing. But, like, fish LARPing. Please review Del Toro's Quest. Maybe. Would you rather live in the You already asked that question. Okay. Do you like Friday Night Funkin'? I could not get into it. I need more practice with it, really is what I need. But I also want to play just other games. Do you read a lot of... I already read that one, crud. More questions, please. Hang on, we have 8 minutes left. I guess I didn't pay attention. Then when is the static gone? Is the static on the mic gone? Is it fixed? It just took the entire stream. You look so Victorian. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thoughts on pineapple on pizza? I love it. Citrus should be on more things, even if it's pizza. Laura, excuse me, how can people not love your outfits? Thank you again for the super. I don't know, I had this one guy one time who was like, ugh, stop shoving this non-binary stuff down our throat. And I'm like, I made a passing comment of it. I think it was more like for the Monster Camp live stream. And they're like, ugh. And I'm like, that's just the person I was going after. They just also happen to be non-binary. So, like, there's some people who are just jerks. Last question, your thoughts on people coping art. Oh, copying art. People come to me for this, but all I did was use the art as a reference. It depends on... Like, if you're copying the pose, that's not copying. If you're copying the character and the pose, that's basically the same thing. Static's gone. Wow. Can you do a review on Ruby? I thought so, but it's still going? So, like, I'm not sure. Meep Mike. Thank you for the super. Making sure I get my tea toll in before this ends. Don't really have a question, but thanks for keeping us entertained. Air kiss, blow, virtual high five. Right back at you. Glad you enjoyed the stream. Not Negative Legend unlocking my entire childhood. Yes, an error in the universe. That's great. Are you transgender? I answered that question earlier. Sort of. Not really. Technically. Not really. Depends. Please watch The Nevers. Probably not gonna. My sister said you're hot. Tell her I said thank you. We gonna have watermelon soup next week. What? I'm sorry, wait. Because it's so warm and I'm looking forward to it. What is watermelon soup? That sounds gross. It also sounds like just water. Did you guys see that one trend where it's like put mustard on watermelon? That, I can't get that out of my head. Just like, everyone says it's actually good. I'm like, I hate mustard as it is. Ruby still will be going on for a hot minute, and it's only at like volume 8 out of 10. That's a lot of volumes, though. I love those bangs. They suit you. Thank you. You should be thanking my girlfriend for forcing me to push my hair forward instead of shoving it all back. You know that terrible feeling when you enter a fandom, but it's dead? Yes. Yes, I do. I've done it several times. Hello from Ireland, by the way, my bro, and I love your vids. Well, hello right back at you. My funky Irish potatoes. I made a TikTok about that, and some people like, it was just a dumb thing where I'm like, I get in front of a mirror and I'm like, hello, my funky Irish potatoes. Remember, they're all wrong. You're right. People thought I was specifically talking about the Irish. And I'm like, I just wanted to start the video off by saying something funny. How much FUD could a... Nah, no. It's basically fluid salad. Is that a Last Airbender reference? Probably not. I hate both mustard and mayonnaise. You hate mayonnaise? Man, mayonnaise pops. It goes on everything. I prefer mayonnaise over ketchup. I'm just getting sick of so much sugar. I think that's really my issue. Do you watch Soe? No. I don't watch anime. Guys, I'll say this every stream. I don't watch anime. I read manga. The microphone is finally fixed. Well, good. Thoughts on Skate the Infinity? I actually want to watch that. I have not watched it yet because I don't watch manga. I don't watch anime. I wonder if Italy ever thinks there goes Negative Legend again. That'd be nice. I'd be so happy if all of Italy knows me. Potatoes as in couch potatoes? Probably. Sure. Interpret it however you like. My cousin puts ketchup on tuna sandwiches, and it causes me pain. Okay. That's like the least weird thing I've heard. I thought it was weird putting ketchup on eggs, but then I was exposed to how good sriracha is, and they put Tabasco sauce on eggs, and I'm like, that's good. Hello, Pyrus Queen, welcome. Thank you for the plushie in the PO box. I got that. I got it. Nice hat, thank you. I got it specifically to block out the light coming from behind so that my camera can regulate the light coming this way onto my face. In this Irish home, we love and respect potatoes. You better. Man, potatoes are great. Angelica, thank you again for the super. Hope you have a great rest of the day. Virtual hug. Virtual hugs right back at you. I keep looking over here to look at myself. I should be looking at the camera. I am not as professional as I wish I was. We have 2 minutes left. Ask questions. 2 minutes. I love you. You're so pretty. I love you too, babe. I'm sick, Neg. Well, I'm sorry. Sleep. Try not to die. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. Are we just out of questions? Did you get the hoodie too? That was you? Yes, I did, and I look fantastic in it. I was wondering. I'm like, I didn't realize anybody would send clothes. I look so good in it too. Thank you, by the way. Thank you. Your face sure is glowing in this light. It's actually, I just increased the brightness. It's actually really dark in where I am. Oh, Lara, guys, wow. Love the nails, by the way. Keep being you. Thank you for another super. I feel like you guys should be using the supers for questions. Like, give me a life-shattering force me to answer expose myself kind of question with your supers. You have power. I'm obligated to answer your questions if you do the supers. Also, thank you for the stream. Do you like Hell of a Boss? I do. I love it. Did you finish your tea? Yes, I did. Favorite Adventure Time character? Marceline. God, my first ship in history was Marceline and Bubblegum. And with that, the stream is over. I'm sorry, everyone, but that is the end of it. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you for asking questions. Thank you to everyone who supered. You guys were super nice. Thank you so much. People who super are super nice. Nice. That's the end of the stream. I'll see you guys next time.